Hey everybody, it's Raze Chaos coming back at ya. Just can't stop me, can ya? Now, so what we're gonna do is I'm back. I've got kind of a different video at this point. Well, I mean, it is kind of the same as it is a mystery mini unboxing, but it's different in the respect of, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the type of mystery mini box that I've got at this point. I'll just bring it up so you guys can see it. It's the Suicide Squad. Now, I am a huge fan of the Suicide Squad. I am not a huge fan of this movie because the movie was awful. I was a huge fan of the John Ostrander run of the Suicide Squad that DC Comics put out during the 80s and 90s. That, I mean, it had everything. I mean, you had some of the, I mean, basically every reason that you see Suicide Squad now is because of then. John Ostrander and Kim Yale did an amazing job on that series. They're the ones that put not Harley Quinn. They did not put Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad, and yeah, Harley Quinn is in no part of the Suicide Squad that I enjoy. I tried to read it after they turned the New 62, but it was the New 62. Not even Harley could fix that one. But here's the yes, I got a case of them. Here's the little age for 14 and up. Because, yeah, they couldn't watch the movie, so could they? I was thinking this movie was an R-rated movie. It should have been if it wasn't. And I say it should have been simply because the fewer people that got to see this movie, the better. Should I even try and put the top back of the display case together? I have no idea. No, I don't care anymore. I spent way too much time dealing with that. We're going to put it on there and we're going to move forward. So, yeah, I am going to unbuckle them because they're belts. Yeah. I've been beaten with a belt. I shouldn't say that because that's impolite, and I'm not trying to bully anybody. I'm just not really liking this movie or what they did with a favorite property of mine. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. There really aren't any characters that I am hoping to get because, I mean, obviously Harley Quinn, because she was the only part of that movie that was worth watching, outside of the, they just gave a nod to John Ostrander. That was actually in the original series. That was pretty cool. But what do you expect from a series? You know, basically it was based off of a movie. It was a movie that was directed and put together, edited together by somebody who usually does music videos. And if there's, I mean, think about it, the best part about it is the trailer. And they kind of emphasized on it. So let's take a look. Okay, this says 1 in 12 of each. So there's a good possibility. Let's see. There's a good possibility this would be just like the Batman Arkham series, where basically I have them all just from getting the case. And yes, I put out my Arkham Asylum Joker figure that I should have had out for that series, but you know what? He's out now, just so he can get caught up, because I didn't really have any other Suicide Squad people. So let's look to see who's right out of the gate here. Again, I'm not really concerned with the people I got. This was just because it was cheap. And this looks like Colonel Rick Flag. And what I'm not understanding is there's a lot of these whose heads turn. I know a lot of people are considering him Mr. Boring, but guess what? He's coming back for the sequel because you wouldn't know it from watching the movie, but there is no Suicide Squad without Colonel Rick Flag. Colonel Rick Flag Jr. as they did in that run, but I won't go into detail on that because I could go on for hours. I could go on for hours about the Suicide Squad. Right, B? Okay, so we got Colonel Rick Flag. Now we move to... I've got these things all over me. I'm really not excited about this thing. And there's the excitement of just opening up because you don't know what is in it. Like that. And I do enjoy opening these up. And I guess these are DC characters. I love DC characters. Ah! Here we go with Croc. Croc is the next guy we've got up here. Which Croc is not an easy person to mess up. So they really couldn't and didn't mess him up too bad. Would have preferred him a little bit less bestial, but like in the comics he goes up and down as far as that goes. Sometimes he's a crime boss and he's like basically a mobster with the skin condition, and then other times he basically lives in the sewer and eats what he can. But yeah, so who else do we have here? Like I said, I didn't really even know the new 52 version, so if I'm referring to anything Suicide Squad related, it's from the old series, and my lack of knowledge to the newer stuff is pretty much because they never kept my interest. My mouth looks funny. I don't know why. Okay, so we've got Harley. We've got the nightclub Harley, and yes, Margot Robbie was seriously like the best part of that movie. I didn't like what they necessarily did with Harley Quinn in this, but part of that was the new 52. See, I preferred Harley better when she was just wearing makeup. It's like once you dropped her in the same acid as the Joker and brought her up, she ceases to be Harley Quinn and just turns into She-Joker. Just kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no reason in the world why you had to make her more like Joker. Like, I like her better on her own. But I digress. This is my grumpy video. But I'm opening fun stuff. And yes, we've got Enchantress, which was a very far cry from the comic book series, the original one. The whole June Moon angle, like they went for a good long time in that series where she slowly lost control of Enchantress as it went, and she fought it a whole heck of a lot harder. And in this, it's just kind of like, boom, here you go. We're making a movie. We don't have the patience to actually build a character here. Yeah, I am roasting this movie. And depending on how much they actually took from the new 52, I can't say for sure like how much of the new 52 version of Suicide Squad I'm roasting either. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I'm big fans of the actual Suicide Squad. Actually, in the old Suicide Squad, I'm just going to put this over here. These are the ones that they came from the old, and these are movie / New 52 versions of the Suicide Squad. So, yeah, June Moon and Colonel Rick Flag actually came from the Ostrander run. Ostrander Yale run. Jim Yale, rest in peace. And we have Katana, which Katana did show up in the old series wearing her original costume that she's more known for in the Outsiders. She only kind of had I think she was in one storyline. And as for what they did beyond the New 52, I'm guessing they did a lot more, but she was kind of cool. I mean, I don't know that I like her New 52 look, but then again, she had the old costume for so long that, I mean, it was just a classic samurai outfit, only female, which I thought, well, that's pretty cool. But I guess when they change things, they've got to update things. And yes, not a big fan of that movie. Yeah, I'm really thinking that this is going to be basically everything that... I think this is going to be it. I'm through the top, and, well, I guess in the other one, I only got one duplicate, but who knows? We're going to do this. And who we got? Oh, we've got the Joker. The Jared Leto Joker. Unpopular opinion time. When everybody says he completely got it wrong, I say he did. Yes, I say he did not completely get it wrong. The problem with Jared Leto's Joker is the same as all the Jokers that have been shown in all these movies. Is that there is so many different sides to the Joker that each one nailed one aspect. I mean, if you took them all and combined them, then perfect. Jared Leto, Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger. I mean, you'd have to mash them all up together, and that would just be confusing because I can see you now trying to figure that one out. That is the Joker. And even then, they still wouldn't have gotten it completely right. Because the Joker does not have a personality. Though I do not like the look of him. I do not like the visual of him. For the most part, I will agree with most people that it was painful to watch him. Sorry, Leto. Sorry if I gave you the thought that you might have somebody on your side. But no. Nobody likes the Leto version. I don't mean to imply that I actually liked it, but no. And who do we have now? We've got the Will Smith Deadshot. And yeah, the Will Smith Deadshot. Okay. My biggest problem with the Will Smith Deadshot is I thought they had a perfectly... I mean, I think what Ostrander did with Deadshot was absolutely awesome. Because to me, yeah, part of the charm of Deadshot wasn't that in this case, and I believe in the New 52, they kind of go on about how Deadshot was from, inner city or the slums or anything. No. See, to me, the cool part about and this is probably why they changed it, was that Deadshot came from privilege. He came from a rich family. There is absolutely no reason in the world why he would go down the path where he was killing people. He had every opportunity. It's just some people aren't quite right. And some people, such as Deadshot, who is a high-priced assassin, could change, go down. I mean, he could go and kill people and still, you know, outside of his garish costume, you can walk into any restaurant, any store, anywhere. He's just another guy. Yeah. Thought it was better that he came from privilege, and there was absolutely no reason for him to be the way he is. But he is, because let's face it, a lot of people who have no reason to snap. And a lot of people will make excuses for those people when they shouldn't. Okay, we've got... Well, I was going to try and remember his name, but since it's written on his face, we've got El Diablo, which... Yeah, he's kind of, I don't know if they did a new version of the New 52, but this is a character that wasn't in the run that I enjoyed. And to me, they kind of made him into a stereotype. So if that's what they did in the New 52, that's what they did in the New 52. But to me, it's like, why? Why do you have to change things? And he was a hero before Suicide Squad, so this version is a villain, but I don't see why they had to change a hero to a villain. At least without a really good story showing it. Who knows? Maybe the New 52 version has one, because we all know how many really good stories came out of the New 52. And we've got the other Joker, the one where he's actually wearing a shirt and a coat and everything. We've got Gangster Pimp Joker. So, there's that. And I'm really looking at these, and let's see. We've got everybody from the bottom row. Got everybody from the second bottom row. Do we? Yeah. Yeah, we've got almost everybody here. Who are we missing? We've got both Jokers. We've got a Harley. We've got Colonel Red Flag. We've got Killer Croc. So, yeah. So this is going to be Captain Boomerang, Deadshot with a mask, or the other Harley. Now we can predict it because we're down to the very end. And that's really not predicting, trying to name 3 people. Nah. I think this is just a full-on... I think they knew that there was really no point in trying to do a second line of these. And yes, we've got Harley and a bat. And this is easily the most popular part of the movie. And like I said, I didn't mind Harley at all in the movie. But it really did turn into Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad, much like they're getting ready to do the Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, which I'm like, why don't they just give her a movie already? It's like, my God. You keep putting her in these movies and using up all these other characters that you could make movies out of, but no, that's just going to be... We're just going to use Harley. We're going to put her to the front, basically ignore everybody else in the movie, so we can say that we used it. Yeah, if I seem a little salty, I am. And honestly, you know, if you've looked up how much these cases cost, they're usually a good little chunk of money. Here's Captain Boomerang. He was one of those they couldn't really screw up, and they didn't really get him too far off. He was one of the few that I didn't complain about. So, that's cool. Glad to have him. But I lost my train of thought, so I have no idea what I was talking about. I was just on a full-on rant. And this one is definitely going to be Deadshot with his mask on. Let's open this up. Oh, why? It's difficult here. Collect them all. I think I have. I know there were some variants and everything. I mean, I saw there was a Harley Quinn that was in her Arkham gear. Or Arkham stuff. Okay, yeah, that's with and without helmet or mask. That's probably why they can turn their head, is because they were. Yeah. So that was that. And if it appears that I just couldn't wait to get through this video, that's probably because I couldn't. I try to be judicious, but again, this is one of my favorite comics from when I was younger, and just what they did with that movie made me want to cry. I am looking forward to part 2 because I do trust James Gunn. You won't see me like getting pissed about something he did a long time ago. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go. And remember, we're the bad guys. That's what we do. Yeah, because you didn't hear that over and over again during that movie. Over and over and over and over